Sure, abuti honestly.
Give an opportunity to the Honorable Mthethwa.
Thank you, Chair. May I greet you all once again and say all protocol observed. And congratulations, Mr. Minister Gayton McKenzie, for your scoop. You took away our calculator. Now we can't deal with numbers. We must struggle now. Hey. Congratulations, Mr. James Molloy, for being re-elected as the president, and all other members were re-elected, and the new board members. Would you say in your own words that election process was free and fair?
Yes, sir. Yes, Honorable.
Okay. What is CGA and its relationship to ASA?
Yeah, the CGA is a province. They are affiliated to Athletic South Africa. So like other provinces, we do have different provinces like Eastern Cape and all that. This is one of our the province affiliated to Athletic South Africa.
Okay, CGA is autonomous, isn't it? It's got its own processes, its own powers.
They've got their own constitution, but their constitution must be aligned with the constitution of Athletic South Africa.
Okay. What is your relationship with Mr. Togoani Mazib?
Can I answer that?
Sure, there's somebody who's speaking.
I don't know who's that. Okay, can I answer, Honorable?
Yes, please. Your relationship with Mr. Togoani Mazib.
Mr. Togoani Mazib was one of my board members during my time in CGA. So he was just my colleague at CGA during that time. But at the present moment, I'm not there in CGA anymore.
Yeah. Do you know why he was suspended? Why was he suspended, and how long was he suspended for?
Yeah, because it's a provincial issue, it's a provincial matter. But we were told, because the letter was sent to us, we were told that he was suspended because of issues in Soweto. What is it? Soweto Marathon. But because the trust and the province are autonomous, we didn't want to go deeper in terms of that, because we received a letter coming from the province in telling us that it's been suspended because of these reasons. We even said, you must update us about the outcome as time goes on.
Okay, has that case been sorted or resolved in your own knowledge? I'm not asking details, I'm just asking if you know whether that case that he was suspended for has been resolved.
Honorable, we received a letter that Mr. Mazibuko's case is no more there. Mr. Mazibuko is back again. I think we received a letter last week. So he's back in the office, he's back in the office of Central Gauteng. That's the information that we got.
No, the matter is still in court. It's still going to appear in court, the issue of Soweto Marathon. So it's not true. What you're saying, it's not true that the matter has gone. But this was an upliftment of the suspension hurriedly done 2 months before the elections. I put it to you that was the situation.
Yeah, but the suspension.
Do you know why was his suspension being uplifted? Because the matter is still going to court in January.
Yeah, but Honorable, like I said, the matter of Central Gauteng is a total different matter, because those people, they've got their own constitution. Because he was at the DC, I'm told that he was at the DC. And the DC said, no, I'm not talking about Soweto Marathon case, I'm just talking about his case. That he went to the DC, and that's the information that we received. We didn't want to go in details about what happened.
Yeah, what I'm asking general information, that because I know that the matter, it's still sub judice. But be that as it may, I wanted to find out from you whether you know, because as the president of a national entity that governs everyone who's under it, you should be informed about such things, because such things are things that are denting the image of athletics in South Africa. Be that as it may, though, let me come to the issue of Soweto Marathon. Who is the founder of Soweto Marathon? That's a general knowledge.
Okay, so let me give you the history. Soweto Marathon used to be run by Athletics South Africa.
No, don't give me history sake. I'm asking a simple question. Who is the founder of Soweto Marathon?
The founder of it was Athletics South Africa.
The founder of Soweto Marathon was Athletics Africa.
Yeah, it started at Athletics South Africa by Mr. Banele Sindane and other members here. And then we have transferred everything to the province to run it.
So you want to say that who's this member? No, let me not go to the name. Do you know Tulane Sibisi? Mr. Tulane?
I know Tulane very well.
Was he the founder or not?
He was part of the founders with Leonard Cheney and Banele and them.
Okay, who owned Soweto Marathon Trust? Was it Athletics South Africa?
At the present juncture is the clubs of Soweto. They form what we call a trust, sorry, the trust. The clubs came together, the clubs of Soweto came together and form what we call a trust. So they are the ones who's running Soweto Marathon at the present juncture.
Okay, please give me a clear answer on this one. You are saying Athletics South Africa started Soweto Marathon.
Yes.
But Soweto Marathon Trust, you are saying it was clubs. Who owned Soweto Marathon Trust that founded Soweto Marathon?
Like I said, the clubs of Soweto came together and they form what we call a trust. So at the present moment, the clubs of Soweto owns the Soweto Marathon going forward.
Okay, who's the owner of Soweto Marathon PTY LTD?
I don't know that.
Is Togoani Mazib not one of the owners or the directors of Soweto Marathon PTY, which is now currently the one that is hosting Soweto Marathon?
At the present time, I can't answer that one because I'm no more there. I don't know what's happening there in Soweto.
You said Soweto Marathon was founded by Athletics South Africa. You are the president of Athletics South Africa. How can you say that you don't know?
No, but it's been transferred to Soweto clubs, athletics to Soweto clubs together with the province. So for us, because I'm at the national level, but I don't know the details of what's happening there because they are autonomous, those people.
Oh, okay. So we would, if I were to request you to provide me proof of that transfer from Athletics SA to Soweto Marathon Trust, and now Soweto Marathon PTY, these are two entities. Soweto Marathon PTY LTD, would you be able to provide me evidence of that?
The evidence that I can provide is when we transfer everything to the province and to Soweto. That one we can do that.
Okay. No, that's fine. If you can provide, I will appreciate that. And then you have the same Togoani Mazib who was suspended, who is a director of Soweto Marathon PTY LTD. I have a document that shows that Mr. Togoani Mazib is a director of SMPTY LTD. Are you aware of that? Just generally, are you aware that Togoani is a director?
I was not aware of that. I was told.
If I can provide you a letter, a complaint that came to Athletic SA showing that there is a dispute between the actual owners of Soto Marathon against SMPTY LTD, what would you say?
Yeah, but the letter, at the present juncture, the letter, maybe the office has got the letter, but we know about the case. We know about the dispute. That's why we referred the dispute back to the province to solve it. And the province was busy trying to solve that one because we don't want to interfere with the provinces because we do have a province, which is the mother body. Because Soweto Trust reports to CGA. So CGA reports to us. We normally wait for CGA to give us a full report. But if they don't give it to us, we can't even go there and ask for the information.
Okay, now that's fine. I will send you a list of the questions relating to this marathon because I think you are duck and diving. Where you know Mr. Togoani Mazib, you know him very well, but you are duck and diving about it. But be that as it may, let's go to Mpumalanga, the richest marathon in the continent. What is the meaning of the endorsement by Athletic SA on an event? What's the meaning of that to you?
Can I explain? Normally, because we are dealing with the big event SA championship, we are not dealing with the provincial races. But most of the time, the province will endorse that race and come back to us as athletics and inform us that no, we have endorsed such and such a race. So for us, we respect what's happening in all provinces. So they gave it to us to say, this is the race that's taking place. We said, if you are happy, so we don't have a problem, we can't object on that.
There's a video of you endorsing that SAA. I mean, that Mpumalanga marathon, not just Mpumalanga having endorsed and report and therefore telling you that this is you as the president endorsing and even saying that thanking the sponsors for that marathon. So in other words, you took responsibility and as such, you are implicitly responsible for paying the money that is owed by that, or to take responsibility of whatever that went wrong with that marathon, isn't it?
Let me just explain something. I normally be invited all over in South Africa to different races. So when I arrive there, as long as we receive the letter I have to say we endorse the race because the province gave us surety. We didn't know that one of the good days this thing will happen. But for now, we have to make some, that's why as Athletics South Africa, we are doing some means to make it a point that this race is paid. So we are going to make it a point that this race will be paid with the province. We will follow that and then we will report to the nation. If you can check on the newspaper today, I even said this race will never take place again going forward till our artists have been paid.
Okay, you just said in your response earlier on that you have opened a case. Can you provide us with the case number of this case that you have? Because I also believe that you only started dealing with this matter because of us having notified you or having raised these issues with you. But be that as it may, I would like to have the case number of that case as in Mpumalanga. Now, the financials. Athletics South Africa financials. Does Athletic SA does it have a Nedbank card or credit card ending with 8549? CFO?
Let me
8549.
double check because I don't know it off by heart.
My time is moving. I still have so many
It's
questions.
fine. I stopped it.
Thank you, Chair.
While we are still on the floor, Honorable, if you can check the slide of Mpumalanga, for the time with the case number is there. But if you don't have, we will send it to you. But when you fly that Mpumalanga on our presentation, the case number is there.
Okay.
May I please
Only
get
that-
that because I don't know it off by heart.
You don't know it by heart.
Yes.
Okay. This
Now,
was
Honorable Mthethwa,
Yes.
there must be something in front of ASA. They are all together. They must give us that confirmation, a yay or a nay,
Check.
whether there's a net bank account, and does it end with those numbers?
Yeah, she's going to check it. She's coming back now.
Okay,
well,
Honorable Mthethwa, may I suggest,
yeah.
because I know when honorable members ask questions, they already know the answer. May I suggest you take a follow up and take that as a yes, there is a net bank account.
Okay, Chair. All right, let me say then, on the 13th of December 2024, this was before you closed, as Honorable Mletsane was starting after you closed the offices. This was before you closed the offices. On the 13th, 12th, 2024, you made a purchase of about 8,938 at NGF Ilovo. And the balance in the account was 13,310.03. Who is NGF? And what was the purchase for?
President,
The CEO will answer that one. NGF is a
just a second for me. Who made the payment, Honorable Mthethwa?
It's the card that ends with
Oh, okay.
8549.
CFO.
That's the card that I want to know.
No, the CFO went to check the number of that card. She quickly ran to the office. We will then maybe answer that so that if we follow it. But NGF
Okay.
is
Let me do this. Let me go to other questions and then we'll come back to this question. At what cost was the conference that you just held in May? And how did you pay for it? Because as far as I'm concerned, and if my financial literacy tells me that basically Athletic SA is insolvent. It has no cash liquid available to do things that it wants to do. But you had a conference and it was at a hotel in at the airport, if I'm not mistaken. Who paid for it? How much was the cost for that?
the AGM or the QGM is part of our annual plan. The payments are done through our office, and then us having a sponsorship agreement with the hotel concern. We do have arrangements with them for part payments for all our events we have with them. So I would believe that that is part of the whole agreement that we have with Togosan.
So are you saying that, sorry, sir, are you saying that you paid zero to the hotel because it sponsors everything? And what was the package? How many people attended that according to your conference? How many people were supposed to attend and how many attended?
There almost 102 people attended for our QGM, and then it happened now in May. So I think the whole quantum of the whole bill, because it includes accommodation, food, and the part payment on the sponsorship, I think I'll provide that report to you, Honorable Member.
Okay. President, who is Mr. Mulaudzi?
Mr. Mulaudzi is a policeman.
Why is he always attending events with you side by side? And who pays for his costs?
Yeah, I'll answer that one because I had a problem. Like I said, I'm staying in Fort Lawrence. I had a problem whereby I was nearly hijacked. So that one, I didn't want to say. Yeah, I was nearly hijacked. And since then, I asked Mr. Molauzu to say, please, can we most of the time be with me because I don't know what's happening. But in terms of because it's always with me and taking care of me in terms of safety and all that.
Who's paying the cost of his traveling, accommodation, food, and everything?
In many cases, when I go all over, he's not always with me. He always go there. He drives himself. He's got a car and he drives himself to those areas.
The question is, who's paying for him, President?
You mean okay, let me come back to in terms of the transport. In terms of the transport, he's got his own
President, my apologies. The question is, who is paying for the protection, and has that been approved by the board?
No. We are not paying.
Has the threats been reported to the police?
No. I didn't report that later.
But don't you think that would be wise to report such a serious case to the police, even if you are under threat, so that there can be a case number? But proceed, respond to the honorable member, who is paying?
We are not paying Mr. Malauzi. He volunteered himself to do that free of charge. So we don't pay for him.
And if he fly to Cape Town, who's paying for him?
Normally he's paying for himself to fly. He came once.
And his attendance at the Two Oceans?
He paid for himself to Two Oceans because he was running. He's an athlete. He's running. He's an athlete. When the SAPS normally pay for him because he's an athlete. When you go there, he's an athlete. He ran Two Ocean Marathon.
Proceed, Honorable Mthethwa.
Okay, President, let me remind you again that misleading Parliament is a statutory, it's a statutory crime. Because we are commissioners of all of us. So let me remind you that if you are misleading this committee, it's a serious offense, statutory offense. I would also say that I put it to you again that also I'm a member of the portfolio committee of police. And I know I would want to find out, I'm going to follow up this to find out whether there is any approval from SAPS that its own members should be going around doing other work of safeguarding an individual. Who authorized that? Because as far as I know, he's almost everywhere where you go to side by side, but be that as it may.
Wrap up, honorable member.
Be that as it may, I want to say to Athletic, or to ask from the Athletic SA. I had a case that I requested you to look into around Mpumalanga, the constitution of the Mpumalanga board, where you have 3 gentlemen with their wives in the board. This is the Mpumalanga that has challenges. This is the Mpumalanga that has had challenges even with the case of Mr. Mthethwa, that you have paid in admission of guilt, indirectly admitting. And part of that, I haven't had any report from that to say, what is it that you have done? Can you just update us on what you have done with that board, and why are you allowing members, family members, to be board members?
Honorable Mthethwa, may I ask that also fall part of the responses, and let the portfolio professional staff just take that as well up, so that we can get a response, an official response, if that is fine with you.
No, that's fine. That's fine, Chairperson. They can do that. And then on the issue of what I regard as insolvency, when you look at the statement, the financial statement, CFO, how do you put together your statement, your financial statement? What informs which item comes first, which item comes second, third, fourth.
Yeah, Paul.
Are you referring to the income statement?
Yes, your statement, your financial statement that you just went through it and said you paid for car or computers. What informs which
It's
item
in-
comes first?
It's in alphabetical order.
Or it is in alphabetical order?
Yes.
I
Honorable
suspect.
Mthethwa, I have to stop you there. Please keep some follow-up for the next round. I still have two members
Okay.
to speak. Then I will
Okay.
give most certainly yourself and Honorable Molatana an opportunity. I am giving an opportunity to Honorable Daniels, then Honorable Nkosi. Honorable Daniels.
Sure, abuti ownership.